So we're getting to a point now in Australia where our health systems are basically recognising the cancer-causing effects of diet and lifestyle, and obviously we have, major hospital in Victoria highlighting that 30% of cancers are preventable. We're looking at expected rates of cancer in Australia being 50% in the future, and we've already got a death toll of over 50,000 premature deaths each year in Australia. So that points to the preventable nature of 30%, but probably less discussed, because it's difficult for this system to discuss it, is the role of stress in bringing on cancer and contributing to early deaths because of cancers. So if you do confront stage 4 lung cancer or advanced cancer and overcome it, you obviously end up in a different mind space, and that is basically understanding all these multi-factors that have led you almost to exiting the planet early. And certainly raises personal reflection about what is an anti-cancer lifestyle. What do we need to do to detox ourselves, to protect ourselves from tumour regrowth or future cases of cancer? So that becomes a personal question, but it's difficult to achieve or fully understand, because we can say, okay, we just need to de-stress and have a less stressful lifestyle, but what does that actually mean today when both our workplaces and our living conditions are increasing stress on our lifestyles, on our bodies, on our minds, on our community in general? And this isn't discussed by the hospitals yet, but increasingly oncologists and others are pointing to stress as both an initial cause of stunting the immune system and a future cause or potential risk for life-threatening tumours. And why it's so controversial to start talking about it, and in future videos I'll start looking at what the percentage rates are, is because we have no uniform measure, I suppose, apart from the death count, about what is unacceptable stress levels on human beings. And some of this becomes wrapped up in the current ideologies of the day, which is that it's quite acceptable to increase stress levels on human beings at any given time because of the economic or political ideology of our current politicians. And so stress is, is a factor that's obviously coming up in mental health debates, but it's also a major factor in cancer. And we're not yet at a point of data, and we're not yet at a point of honesty to actually start to address that. But if you add on the stress factor along with the actual dietary damage we're doing to our bodies, there's an even greater amount of preventable illness that we can tackle, and we can prevent cancer even greater if we can actually start to deal with the real sources of stress in the urban environment and make some policy adjustments. But at the moment, all the policy adjustments to our work life, to our living conditions, to our transport policies and to our environmental policies are increasing stresses, are increasing preventable deaths and illnesses.